How's it going, guys? Kevin back at you with another video. In today's video, we are doing a little comparison between the Traxxas UDR and the new Ridge Racer U4 that just came out. So I'm going to do a little bit of pointing out some of the differences between the two, then we're going to go take them for a rip. All right, so off the bat, these are both 1/7 scale. I wasn't really sure of this guy being a 1/7 scale until I put it next to this, and now I can see that, yeah, they're pretty much identical in size. I mean, even down to the tires on this guy are actually even a little bit bigger than the UDR. These are a little worn down, so this would probably be a little bit higher. But they both have an extra damper on the shocks, so both front and rear for both trucks. They both have light bars in the front and up top. This one also has the benefit of a light bar in the rear. This guy does not get a benefit of a light bar in the rear. I'm going to be running the same batteries today. These are Ovonic 4500 milliamp hour, 6 cells. So I've been running these for a while. They're pretty solid battery, very affordable, nothing too crazy expensive or anything like that. But overall, both 6S capable. I'm pretty excited to see sort of speed-wise how they feel, how they compare. They both have gyros on board, so I really love the gyro in this thing because it helps it slide around, have a lot of fun when it's wet out, damp surfaces. This has a rear locked differential, so there's no difference in speed between the two rear wheels, whereas this one has an open differential all around. This has a front open differential. This one, it's open on either end. So we'll be curious to see how that plays out. I may want to lock the rear end on this just to see if I can get this to drive more like this. But with that, those are some of the sort of main critical things I wanted to point out. But for now, we're going to head out to the park and go have some fun. All right, so we're starting off with the UDR here just because this is an all-time favorite of mine and I want to see how it does in the snow. It's already struggling a little bit because the tires don't have too much grip, but that's kind of to be expected. But just sending it off of this jump, having a good time. Oh, big crash.
The skyline's glowing, takes me back in time. To laughter and long nights we left behind. We were young, wild under open skies, chasing horizons with open eyes. Yeah, I walk along where we once ran, through streets that still hold the shape of our plans. The skyline feels like a friend I knew, holding the echoes of me and you. The skyline's glowing, takes me back in time. To laughter and long nights we left behind. We were young, wild under open skies, chasing horizons with open eyes. Are you ready? Along where we once ran, through streets that still hold the shape of our plans. The skyline feels like a friend I knew,
So overall, do I enjoy the RocHobby Ridge Racer U4? Yes, I absolutely enjoy it. It definitely drives differently from the Traxxas UDR. I'm going to try to see if there's some minor things that I can do to mix it up. But as you can see from this footage here, this thing is absolutely ripping through the snow. The bigger tires, the bigger knobs on the tires, the fact that they're not worn certainly helps a lot. But this thing's got a little bit more ground clearance as well than the UDR, and that absolutely makes a big difference. However, it is a good bit lighter than the UDR, and it doesn't handle that lightness quite as well as the UDR. I'm not sure if it's the shocks. You can see the UDR is getting bogged down a little bit here in the snow, but you can see that the shocks on the UDR, there's just a little bit more plush, so I may end up trying to put a set of Traxxas UDR shocks on the U4 just to try it out. But I also think the gyro tuning is a little bit better. I wasn't able to find a sweet spot with the U4, but I also think that's probably a little bit to do with the open diffs. So that's definitely something I'm going to look into changing, at least for the rear end. But overall, both great fun trucks. Personally, if I was going to buy them again, I'd probably just buy the Traxxas UDR, but if you're looking for something a little bit different, something that can handle a little bit more off-road, then U4 is definitely going to be much better than the Traxxas UDR in that sense. For me, who likes to slide around and drift, I think all I'm going to need to do is lock that diff on the rear end of the U4 and possibly look into swapping some UDR shocks over, and then I think it may drive just as good as the UDR, potentially, if not a little bit better. So that will be later down the road, maybe a little project for me, so looking forward to it. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you next time.